Good.
So I just love the history of it. I love the location, you know, of course. I love that you have the walking trails and the Cahaba River. But more than that, I love the history and the integrity of the homes. So that was what drew us here. And probably most people, you know, they love the location, but I think it was the location, but it was the history of the homes that drew us here.
I mean, as a couple, we both loved, since the day we were married, older homes, smaller homes, and so when we came to Trussville, this obviously, right, this is the natural place you'd come. We didn't live here initially. We lived in one of the, you know, great developments, you know, planned developments that are in Trussville, but we always kind of had this in the back of our mind, would there be an opportunity to come down here? And then, you know, late 2014, the door opened, and here we are at 112 Oak.
So what about this home in particular is special to you? What about this home just made you say, this is the one?
Well, it was for sale.
Right, that's always important.
There weren't a lot of them for sale. And then also our son's best friend lives on the street. But as soon as we did like start working on it, like I just love thinking about all the decades of people that have lived here. Like that just is always fun for me to think about. But that's kind of why we chose this property.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cool homes in this neighborhood. So now I would say what's special about this home is just the history that we have in it, even in the last 6 years. You know, our son was able to transition to Cahaba when they transitioned. You know, built that out and everything, which is kind of cool. So he was literally like 6 houses to be able to walk, which is great. But you know, again, it goes back to just the history of this neighborhood. And the more we've been in Trussville, the more I've taken a deep dive into the history of this neighborhood. And so as Laura said, the connection, you know, you can move to any old neighborhood, right? But not all of them were public works projects. Not all of them were dedicated by a former president's wife, right? I mean, there's some pretty cool things that are very unique about this space, aside from the fact that it's just an old home, right? There's some benchmarks or some check boxes that are unique about this that are not the same for all old neighborhoods. But I hope that answers the question.
It does, and that's a good transition. You know, I know you've got the circa 1940 photo. So
yeah, 30, I think 38.
38. So
yeah.
Seeing it for the first time, you know, you live here now and you see that. What does that do to you
First
inside?
of all, it's cool that there's no trees, you know. Yeah. But they're all so a lot of them are so close to the original. So I loved that for our home. I mean, the front's really the same.
Yeah.
So we love
yeah,
that.
I mean, other than the porch, which, you know, there's been some alterations, and then there's been additions to the back of our house, which you can't see. But you know, I guess this is a tangible representation of that connection that I was talking about to the history.
What's the plan for the photo?
What's the plan? We will frame it. It will go in the house. Yeah. We had seen some digital images of this prior, but having this actual print is awesome, and we appreciate your group that has worked hard to get these together for residents in the community. This is fun. It just becomes a kind of an archive, you know, that you put up on the wall. And
Anything else you want to add?
Thank you.